everyone, Shinobi03 is here, and we seriously made it. June 19th, 2018, I posted a terrible video, and that video was meant to be just its own thing. Then I got the crazy idea of making other videos, and now all of a sudden, I joined the high ranks of Jurassic Park experts. I made a huge mistake. And to celebrate this mistake, I'm doing this Q&A session. So let's see what embarrassing things you want to ask me about. Let's get to it. Okay, first question from Dorson. Are you married? Nope. Next from Gaby George Question. What was the first anime you can remember seeing? Okay, this is a tricky one. If we're talking about the first anime ever, as in the first one I ever saw, I'd say it's either Captain Tsubasa, Spaceship Sagittarius, or UFO Robo Grandizer. Those are the ones I somewhat remember watching on TV from my childhood. If we're talking about the first subbed anime, as in when anime started to get popular, then it's Dragon Ball. The second question is, what software equipment do you use? How long does each video take on average to produce? My main editing software is Sony Vegas. This is the one I use to edit my videos. To record my voice, I use Audacity. The reason the audio was so awful in my first video is because I recorded it in video from my digital camera and then converted it to audio, instead of recording as audio from a microphone. As for how long it takes, it depends on what type of subject I'm going with. If it's a quick thoughts video like the ones I did for quickie movie reviews, I can do it in about an hour without interruptions. But if it requires extensive research, then it can take a few weeks just to put every note down. Then you have recording and then editing, and it can take a long time, depending on the subject. Next we have from... Okay, I can't read Russian, but I'm gonna assume your last name is Ahab. So I'm gonna call you Ahab. Have you watched Transformers Prime, and what do you think about the show? Yes, I watched Transformers Prime when it first aired, and I think it's good. First season was great, but the second was just okay with the whole treasure hunt episodes dragging the overall plot. Next from Master Builder 164 Gaming and Reviews. Question. What's your favorite dinosaur? My favorite dinosaur is... I would say the Velociraptor, or any member of the Dromaeosaur family. Partly from movies, and partly from how they generally look. They always fascinated me. Second question is, do you collect anything else besides Jurassic figures? Yes, I collect other franchises like Toho monsters, superhero characters, anime characters, video game characters. Doesn't matter what manufacturer they come from, I'll collect what I find cool. Next question. A random person on the internet. Question. What is the name of the action figure that you use as your main avatar in your videos? And here it is. The one question everybody keeps asking me about, and I doubt they'll stop asking me after this. Anyway, the character I use is Ninja Slayer from the anime Ninja Slayer. The figure is by Figma, but the head came from another Figma named Satsbat's Knight. Yes, seriously. I went with this character because for years, my main avatar to go with my username was a red-clad ninja, and this figure was the closest thing to that. Next from Minecraft Dino Kaiju MDK. Question. Did you know you can find the original Sailor Moon series on Hulu? If so, do you plan on watching it so you can do a proper response to the Nostalgia Critic review episode of the show? No, I did not, because I don't watch Hulu, and I'm not that big a fan of Sailor Moon. And for the last time, people, I'm not doing any more response videos. That phase is over. Done. Disconnected. Out of service. Next we have from Jacob Below. Happy anniversary, man. Thank you. Question 1. Do you have any plans to use your talents in your videos, analytical skills, or stop motion and incorporate them in your long-term career? My career is not YouTube. I'm not making any money off it. My videos are not monetized and I don't take Patreon donations. All of this is for the sake of the art, but it's not my profession. My real profession is an engineer in a bank, which doesn't include stop motion videos or analytical skills. Question 2. What is your favorite food? Favorite food? Burgers. Next from Hazamat Hiromi. Question. What made you decide to use stop motion toys for your videos? It is something I wanted to do for a long time, take in my toys and make some sort of storyline, but never got the right idea on how to start it. So when I decided to make my thoughts on the Nostalgia Critic Deadpool 2 video, I thought it was the chance to do that. I'm not good at the improv, so I went with recording my script, and while thinking of some sort of face to use, I thought of using the action figure to be my face. The second question is, when can I expect my It's Just Some Random Guy crossover with you? Well, sorry, but it's not happening. Next question from AILV, I assume? Question: where did you get your main figure for your avatar? I really like it. Already answered. Next from Lulcilid. Or Lulcilid? Okay, I'm having trouble with these names. Question 1. What creators of anything have influenced you the most? Well, it's a combination between Linkara, Phalus, Saberspark, and Gaijin Goomba, with a bit of Lindsay Ellis. When I put my thoughts, I usually picture how they would say what I know done and practice my speech using them as an example. Question 2. Favorite live action TV show? If we're talking of all times, it's The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. At the moment, it's The Orville. Next from King Mimikyu. Question 1. What is your favorite kaiju? Godzilla. Question 2. What is your favorite movie monster? Frankenstein's monster. Next from British Tyrannosaur. Question 1. I suppose I'll ask, do you consider yourself or your channel to be about criticism or about films in general, such as The Emperor and the King and JP videos being about how we talk about or approach critic movies, or more about videos like your one about horror films? I'll say it's a bit of both. I want to talk about movies in general, while at the same time shed some light on some of the issues of movie critique by giving my own personal thoughts. Question 2. Do you value themes and characters, or entertainment more in the stuff you like, television, movies, etc.? Well, I do like to be entertained, thinking no matter how bad a movie is, it's still better than a boring one. I do think themes and characters are the most important things to consider. That's how we cherish certain characters or events, right? If we don't have a reason to like them, we have no reason to think of them in the long term. Next from Alexis Montes. Hello Shinobi03, this is my first time to ask. You're welcome. 1. Do you have any words of advice to create new cartoon/anime? Well, interesting that you're asking me about this, because I used to make my own comics years ago. Didn't go anywhere, so don't bother ask where to read them. But because I did that, I have some experience in that field. Now, I don't know if you're going indie or planning to work with a company, but here are my advices. First things first, you need to decide on what kind of story you want to make. If you have a clear set vision, then you'll have an easier time in the planning stage. My second advice is checking out other stories that matches the one you're doing. Not full plagiarism, but to see what creative choices those other authors went with and note what went right and what went wrong. There's nothing wrong from learning from other people's experience. My third advice is to listen to notes and criticisms on those same stories you're taking inspiration from. Sometimes what you think is right may not be for other people, and vice versa. You're not just making a story for you to read, but also for others to read and enjoy. My fourth advice is to look and read at authors' notes to try to get an idea on what they were thinking or how they decided to take a certain part a certain way from a behind-the-scene perspective, whether it's a change of plan or an editorial mandate. My fifth advice, and this is if you're doing your own artwork, learn the basics of art but try to make your own art style. Don't just copy another stock artwork. Make something that is distinctive and easily recognizable to be your own artwork. Hope this answers your question. The second question is, if you were hired as a writer and a director of Jurassic Park/World, what will you do? What I'll do? Include Bison, of course. Thanks for answering and happy first anniversary. Thank you. Next from Preston Lockhart. Question 1. Aside from Jurassic Park, Godzilla, and Kimba, what other franchises are you a fan of? Let's see. Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, The Walking Dead, Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball, Tokusatsu, Spice and Wolf, Attack on Titan, Transformers, My Little Pony, Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Legend of Zelda, Assassin's Creed, and many others not coming to mind at the moment. Question 2. Are you looking forward to Godzilla King of the Monsters? Well, by the time you're watching this video, the movie is already out and I did give my thoughts on it. Next question from The Elite with an Energy Sword. Question. What's your favorite and least favorite MCU movie? My most favorite MCU movies are the Captain America movies, between Winter Soldier and Civil War. My least favorite is the first Thor movie. Question 2. Besides Rexy, what's your favorite dinosaur from Jurassic Park? The Velociraptors. Question. Do you have a guilty pleasure movie? You read the rules, 2 questions only. Next from Satani28. Question 1. Are you a Sonic fan? Nope. Question 2. Are Go Animate video worse than the Dumbass Critic? If you don't know Go Animate videos, look it up on YouTube, it's an interesting topic. No idea who that is, can't answer that question. Next from Clark Griswold. Question. If the whole YouTube thing managed to take off, what do you think is gonna happen with your channel / real life? I don't understand the question. Do you mean what would happen if YouTube ended up destroyed, or if I made YouTube my career? Because as I said, YouTube is not my career. I don't do this for a living. So even if YouTube ended up gone, it wouldn't affect me since it's not my main source of income, and I could just upload my videos somewhere else. Next question. Have you ever seen any videos about theme parks? There's an interesting video by Bright Sun Films about Universal Dubai Land, and I think you'll find theme park history interesting. Yes, I know about it because I live in the same city and I know where the exact location it was going to be on. But I haven't seen this video yet. Next from Speakonia Andy. Question 1. Are you a fan of mecha anime? If so, which series? Yes, I am a fan. My most favorite of all time? Neon Genesis Evangelion and Zeta Gundam. Question 2. Any favorite Super Sentai team? I've not seen many Super Sentai. I saw it with Kyuryuger, and I do like that series, but if we're talking about the teams and not necessarily based on the quality of the show itself, this may sound weird, but I love the Zyuohger team. Next from Blaze the Planeswalker. Question 1. What is the figurine you use as your avatar in your videos? Already answered. Question 2. Who is your least favorite named dinosaur in Jurassic Park movies? Least favorite named dinosaur? I'd go with Echo. Unlike the rest of her team, she didn't do anything significant or have anything unique about her. Blue was the leader, Charlie was the childish one, Delta had her hatred against Hoskins, while Echo didn't have anything to make her stand out other than her scar and the old rivalry with Blue that we didn't see in the movie. Next from Commander Grizzly. Question 1. Any chance you will do a co-op with Manga Kamen when you review the final Jurassic World movie? Nope. Question 2. What was the music you used in the conclusion part 4 of the response to NC Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Part 4. Yeah, the music in the conclusion part was a cover of Death is the Road to Awe from the movie The Fountain. It's one of my most favorite soundtracks of all time, and the movie is worth a watch. Next from Red Rob Likes Disney Studios. Question. Did you know that Doug Walker made a series of videos called Disney December? If so, are you planning on reacting to them? If not, well maybe next time? Good luck on your next endeavors on YouTube and your 1-year anniversary. First of all, thank you. Second, about the question. Yes, in fact, Disney December used to be my most favorite of Doug Walker's videos, and every year I used to look forward to December to watch them. As for reactions, already answered that. Next from the Maniacal Force Wielder. So are you the Emperor? Okay, question 1. What's your ranking of the Star Wars films from best to worst? From best to worst, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace, Rogue One, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and lastly, Solo. Question 2. Do you watch Gotham? Used to watch it, mainly because it's about Jim Gordon and he's one of my favorite Batman characters, but I lost interest later on. Next from GojiFan02 BRHD. Question 1. What are your least favorite Godzilla movies? I hope you don't hate Fallen Wars. It is really overhated movie, but hey, it's your opinion, I'm fine. Please, I don't want you to change your opinion about the movie just because I have a different one. Just please don't be bothered by this question, just pure curiosity. Well, my least favorite movie is the Orobuchi trilogy, of course. I'll take all monsters attack over them anytime soon. Next we have from The Black Swordman. Question 1. What was the scariest movie, video game, or cartoon you saw as a kid? Scariest movie? Oh, I don't remember what it was, but I think it was one of those Exorcist knockoffs. I can't recall its name. Scariest video game? Silent Hill. Scariest cartoon? Courage the Cowardly Dog. Question 2. How did you become a Godzilla fan? Well, I'm a dinosaur fan. Went to see the 1998 Godzilla movie because it was like a giant dinosaur. Wanted a Godzilla game. Somehow I got Godzilla Trading Battle for the PlayStation 1. Fell in love with the original Godzilla monsters. And then got interested in Godzilla in general with the help of fan sites like Barry's Temple of Godzilla. Then I discovered Piracy and downloaded Godzilla movies. Next from ArbitraryZilla88. Question 1. What are your thoughts on Jurassic Park games such as Trespassers and many more? Okay, let me list the games I've played so far. Jurassic Park on the Game Boy. It was too damn hard for me. Jurassic Park on the Genesis. I never owned it, but I remember liking it. Jurassic Park Arcade. I didn't really like it that much because it was too chaotic and confusing. Jurassic Park the game. It was the closest thing to a new sequel in a time when Jurassic Park was pretty much dead, and was my first Telltale game. But when I played it, I went through several glitches, it ruined the experience a bit. The Lost World on the PlayStation 1. Easily my favorite Jurassic Park game. It was my first PlayStation 1 game and I enjoyed playing through the levels, except for the Dinosaur levels. The Lost World Arcade. My most favorite arcade light gun game. I always played it when there's a booth available. Now if only someone would emulate the special edition for us to play again. The Lost World Chaos Island. This is a game I do want to go back to. Sadly I lost my copy and I don't think it'll work today anyway. Warpath Jurassic Park. One of the most unique fighting games and easily a favorite. Jurassic Park 3 Arcade. I couldn't go that far with it, and I also didn't like the gameplay. Operation Genesis. I first played it on the PlayStation 2 and it was fun, if not a bit tedious. I prefer the PC version because it removes the limits of dig and sites to use. Question 2. Are there any movies this year that you're looking forward to? Well, I'm looking forward to the It Chapter 2, and Star Wars, and maybe Aladdin, and the rest of the comic book movies. Question 3. In relation to question 2, are there any figures that you are also looking forward to, such as NECA, Mattel's SH Monster Art or Figure Arts? 2 questions only. Next from Atelier God. What's your background theme? If you mean the one I'm using for my intros and outros, also what you're hearing now, the theme is referred to as Core Keegan Music by Ghidorah. And yes, if you go to the comments section, you'll find someone who came after watching my videos. Next from Logan Looker. Question. Which country are you from and which video game is your favorite? Thanks for making amazing content and have a great life. Thank you. I'm from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. You can't miss it, it's where you'll find the tallest building in the world. Favorite video game? Legend of Zelda series. Next we have from Stormblitz. First off, congrats on 1 year, my dude. Thank you. Okay, time for questions. Question 1. Do you watch anime? And if so, which is your favorite? Yes, I do watch anime. I have a My Anime List page if you're interested. As for my favorite, it can vary, depends on the mood, but my top favorite will always be Neon Genesis Evangelion and Zeta Gundam. My love for anime wouldn't be the same without those two. Question 2. Which is your favorite creepypasta/horror movie? I made a video about it. Next we have from Ben Bell. Question. Is one of your two projects going to be Dumbass Critic related? Nothing even remotely related to it. Next we have from Jesse Guajaldo. Question 1. Where do you get your characters' figures from? I mean, are they Bandai SH Figuarts, Figma figures, their Voltic figures, or are they custom made figures? Figma, Figuarts, Marvel Legends, NECA, Revoltic. I collect from here and there. I don't look for the company, but for the character. Question 2. Have you ever heard of Decker Shadow or Brandon Tenold? They are movie reviews on YouTube, and both of them bring up some interesting facts about the actors, directors, and production of films they reviewed. Never heard of Decker Shadow, but I know Brandon Tenold and saw some of his reviews. P.S. If you have a hard time with my Spanish name, just call me Jesse G. No problem, I think I have an idea on how to say it. Next up, from David Church. Question 1. What are your other favorite movie franchises? Godzilla, Gamera, Alien, Terminator, Planet of the Apes, Halloween, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar. Question 2. If there's anything you would change about the Jurassic Park franchise, what would it be? Fix the Lost World to make it focus on character development and give a plot to Jurassic Park 3. Next, from Pablo the Art Fox. Question. What caused you to make original content after many years of not uploading? Well, change the channel happened. Twitter wasn't enough to vent my frustration that I had for years about Doc's content, and so I thought I'd make this one video to criticize one review, and then it spiraled from there to where we are now. But to make it clear, this is not my first time as a content creator. Years ago, I did have a channel in the now defunct blip.tv, and I made some videos to share with other sites, including a movie review, a toy review, and a top 10. Didn't go anywhere and the channel is deleted, but now you could say this is my official comeback. Next, from Irina Contract. Question. What are your opinions on the Monty Python movies? I know they are one of the funniest movies ever, but I've yet to see one. Next, from Ian Nipper. Question. Even if you're not interested in the concept of crossovers, how would you specifically handle a crossover between the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Jurassic Park World franchise? Well, in the Marvel Universe, there's a villain named Sauron who is a humanoid pterodactyl mutant. And yes, I'm using the pterodactyl here because he resembles the stereotypical pterodactyl look. Anyway, in one of the storylines, he was able to rewrite human DNA to turn them to dinosaurs. Make Sauron a villain who goes after the dinosaurs of Nublar, and there you have your crossover. Question 2. Does it ever worry you that the hate directed towards the character of Maisie Lockwood and her actions might escalate to the point where people start bullying/harassing Maisie's actress, Isabella Sermon, in a similar situation to what happened to Kayla Mother-Tran, Rose from Last Jedi? Well, sadly, there are still stupid people who treat the actors based on their roles. You want to hate the characters? Fine. But leave the actors out of it unless they were jerks in real life. Then it's a different argument. Next, from Tyler Raxtis. This will be tricky. I'll try to think of two. What are your thoughts on Disney reviving/remaking/rebooting their animated films, even though this topic has been done to death? Well, the originals will remain as they are. People need to stop thinking a reboot means the old version will disappear from history. Okay, lastly, who are your favorite YouTubers/reviewers? Well, Linkara, Phalos, Gaijin Goomba, James Rolfe, Imgo316, Shamus Prime, Saberspark, Cinema Wins, Jim Starling, Angry Joe, Lindsay Ellis, Alison Pregler, Legal Eagle, Clayton Fiorti, and Kajun Okami. Oh, and Young Gie. Next, from Sky Slasher. A Q&A, hey? I'm into that. So I was gonna shitpost and ask something ridiculous, but I decided to be somewhat real and ask. Well, that's what I want you to do. Question 1. Where do you live specifically? What country? I tried narrowing it down through your accent, but I realized that I'm terrible with that kind of thing, and it's very unfamiliar to me. No offense if taken. No offense, but I already answered this question. Question 2. Are you more of a Marvel or DC fan? Marvel. Dino Brony Alex. Question. Which country are you from? Already answered. Next from Ronald Robertson. How did you get into Jurassic Park? Well, I was into dinosaurs as a kid, and Jurassic Park is a movie about dinosaurs. That's how I got into it. Question 2. Also, are you thinking on doing gameplay videos? No, I don't think so, unless you want it without commentary. Next, from Scarlet Studio. Question. What is your second favorite movie franchise? Godzilla. Next, Super Gamer XD, aka Zabuza. Do you have any disagree with James Rolfe from Cinemassacre? No. He may have different opinions in movies, but nothing to hate about him. Next from Solus Paul. Question. Do you watch The Gaming Beaver? No. Question 2. Have you seen the Mattel Brachiosaurus and do you like it? Yes, and it looks great. Next from Maximum Productions, Games, Legos and more. Question. Are you a fan of Lego? If so, what is your favorite theme from Lego? If you mean as a fan in general, yes, I love Lego. If you're asking if I collect Lego, no, I don't. Next from Mr. Weirdo. His first question. What other languages do you speak? Well, my mother language is Arabic, and I'm fluent English speaker. My knowledge of Japanese is still limited, but I can somewhat understand it, but not in a degree that I can totally understand or speak it like it's a second nature. The second question is, what is your favorite book? My favorite book? Well, you didn't specify what kind of book, so I'm going to choose The Ultimate Dinosaur Book by David Lambert. Yes, it's dated, but I love the pictures and artwork presented in it. Next we have from You're a Cloud One, Yellow Pearl. I am LH. Question 1. What does the Pot of Greed do? Google it? Question 2. Will you go into anything that is non-movie related for Jurassic World / Park? I.e. books, video games, comics, toy reviews, arcade games, the board games? No idea at the moment. Next, from arguably my biggest fanboy in this channel, Jurassic Hero 3. Question. Are you a brony? You could say that. I have a lot of brony followers for some reason. Question 2. What is your favorite dinosaur? Already answered. Next from Sakura Haruna. Question 1. Are you and Miss Anthroponi childhood friends? No, we are not. We're just two guys with similar interests. Question 2. What is your opinion on the movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Already given my overview of 2018's movies. Next from Platinum 230. Question 1. What did you feel the first time you saw the emotional Brachiosaurus scene from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? It was a sad scene, even more so when it was revealed which Brachiosaurus it was. Question 2. What are your thoughts on Godzilla 1998? While not a good Godzilla movie, it's still a decent monster movie. Next from Zahir Sheikh. Question 1. If you have any favorite werewolf movies, what would they be? Well, here's the weird thing. I have not seen many werewolf movies, except for the Hammer Werewolf movie and the American Werewolf in London. Also a Teen Wolf movie. So as a favorite, I'll go with the Hammer movie. Question 2. Are you excited or at the very least curious about the upcoming Lion King remake? Excited. It's something I've wanted to see for a long time. Next from Half Carnage. Question. Is your character custom? Nope. Next we have from Stupid Dinosaur. Question. What got you into Jurassic Park and why did you decide to stick with it instead of getting involved in something else? Well, in addition to my love to dinosaurs, Jurassic Park was pretty much the only thing I was interested in when it comes to movies. Jurassic Park was something our family was able to get to, and my parents caught on to that. It was one of the earliest toys to collect under a certain brand and not generic dinosaurs. The novel was one of the earliest novels to read, even when I had some difficulty with the language, and some things going over my head. And in some way, it sparked my interest in toy photography. I've been visiting JB Toys websites, and some of them had a diorama section where they post photos of toys recreating scenes from the movies or creating original stories, and I wanted to do something like it. So even my love for toys today, it all goes back to Jurassic Park. Next from Benjamin Jenkins. Question: how would you rank the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies? This is a tough one because while I can easily choose the best and worst, I can't decide an order for the middle. I can't put The Lost World, Jurassic World, and Fallen Kingdom in an order because all of them have something unique about them and good in their own that I can't decide which one is better than the other. It's like having an A, 3 Bs, and a D. You don't know how to put those 3 Bs in an order. The Lost World, Jurassic World, and Fallen Kingdom aren't bad movies, but there's a huge gap between the 4th and 5th place. But for the sake of the question, I'll try to rank them. First is obviously Jurassic Park, then I'll put The Lost World, then Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World. And at the bottom of the barrel is of course Jurassic Park 3. Question 2. What's your favorite Godzilla era? Between the Showa and Heisei era, I'd say the Showa era. Next from Carlos Tamela. Question: what are your favorite Nostalgia Critic / Dog Walker episodes? Well, if we're talking about Dog Walker in general, I'd say the Disney December. But if we're talking about Nostalgia Critic, well, I think I'll say the commercial episodes. But if you want a standard episode, then it's Garbage Pail Kids. From the Revival era, I'll choose either Son of the Mask or Cat in the Hat or The Last Airbender. Next from Dragon Slayer Gamer. Are you subscribed to PewDiePie? No. Next from Angelo Charrington. Question 1. Who's the best third-party Smash Bros. Fighter? Depends on the player. Question 2. Have you played LEGO Jurassic World, and do you wish when it came on Switch it'll feature an exclusive Fallen Kingdom expansion? Sadly, haven't gotten around to play it yet. As for Fallen Kingdom, sure, why not? Next from Ahad Sanjay Duba. Question 1. What country are you from? Already answered. Question 2. What is your favorite genre in video games? Action adventure. Next from Daniel Boyle. Question 1. What inspired you to make this channel? Well, at first was just for sharing random clips, then it evolved to this after changing the channel. Question 2. What is your favorite toy in your collection? It's the third-party Omega Supreme based on War and Cybertron game. I forgot its name, but that's one of my most favorite because Omega Supreme is one of my most favorite Transformers. Next question from Ian Buns, or Bunk. Question 1. What career are you striving for? Had a lot of careers I wanted to be in my life. First a paleontologist, then a zoologist, then a comic creator, then an architect, and now I'm a civil engineer. Kind of hard to strive for something when you have a demanding family. Question 2. What other franchises are you a fan of? Already answered. Next from Legendary 573. Question 1. What did you think of Alien Covenant? Garbage. Question 2. Have you ever played the dinosaur survival game The Isle? No. Next from Billy Ryoko. Question. What did you think of the Super Bowl halftime performance this year? Not a SpongeBob fan, but I can imagine the disappointment the fans received with the bait and switch they got. Next. The Jurassic Park Nerd. Question. Do you play Jurassic World Alive? No, I don't play mobile games that much these days. Next we have from Julian Gill. Question 1. Have you heard of Diamond Bolt and what do you think of his content? Never heard of him. Question 2. Who is your favorite DC character? Well, I would be lying if I said it's not Batman. Question 3. Will you ever explain your full thoughts on Erod, cause I'm kinda confused right now. 2 questions only, but I'll make an exception here since you brought this topic up. I don't hate Erod. I don't agree with a lot of his opinions, and he can make some amateur mistakes, but I respect his passion to what he loves. For example, you may remember that I got requests to review the new Hellboy movie, and I declined, saying I'm not qualified for it. And Erod, who is the bigger Hellboy fan than I am, delivered his opinion on the movie, and I trust his thoughts regarding that. And that's all I say. Next from Agnes Yeo is my mom's name, I am Hans. Question: what did you think of the Lego Movie 2? It was great, but the novelty of the movies has waned down following the original Lego Batman and Ninjago movie. It no longer has the charm of the first movie. Next we have from Jeremy Adler. Congratulations on reaching your 1-year anniversary. Thank you. Here are my questions for the Q&A. Question 1. Given your love of the Jurassic Park franchise, have you played the Lego Jurassic Park and Telltale game version of it? Haven't played Lego Jurassic Park yet, but I did play the Telltale game as mentioned earlier. As for other Lego and Telltale games, I want to try the Lego Star Wars game someday. As for Telltale, I played the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead and they're great. Question 2. Which of the MCU films, I'll be including Endgame as it will be out the time the video comes out, is your favorite, and which is the one you like the least? Already answered. Keep out the great video. Thanks. Next from Mutosaurus. Are you still thinking about doing a response to Nostalgia Critic's Jurassic World 3 review if it happens? Okay, prepare for this. It will be my final episode. That's for sure. Once it's done, I'm retiring. Next from Dennis the Dino Guy. Is there any chance you can do a review of Jurassic Fight Club to criticize its blatant inaccuracies and pandering to the audience who only see dinosaurs as bloodthirsty monsters? Is there any chance? Maybe. Next question. From Daikaiju Luxella. Question 1. What is the worst movie you've ever seen? Well, even though I've not seen it outside the reviews, a Serbian film. Question 2. What is your thoughts on the Death of Superman comic book series? I only read the first part with Doomsday and Superman's death and haven't gotten to the rest yet. Next from Schmess08. Here are a few easy ones. Okay, let's see. Question 1. What are your most and least favorite Metal Gear villains from Metal Gear Solid 2 Revengeance? Most favorite villain? Well, his status is ever changing, but it's Revolver Ocelot. As for my least favorite, the vehicle bosses from Metal Gear Peace Walker. Question 2. Which YouTuber would you be interested in collaborating with? But me thanks the Birdman, since he is a gamer and is known for everything wrong with CinemaSins videos. Would love to do one with Clayton Fiorti, but the problem I have is my poor improv speech and time zone differences between us. Next from Total Bunghole. Question 1. Would you be open to doing lore/analysis videos on certain movies? Those were the best parts of your response videos, and I think you'd be great at spinning off that content into a video style of its own. If I get an idea for a topic, sure. Question 2. If you are, where will you start? Again, if I have an idea. Next, from Nico Saffer 1. Question. Which movies do you actually hate? While it might not be the worst ever made, I hate The Siege. That and other movies that promote hate or paints another group as terrorists under negative stereotypes. And this may upset some of you, but that goes also to True Lies. I love Arnie movies, but not this one. Question 2. Which movies do you hate but everyone else love? Well, movies I hate but everybody loves? Well, apologizes for this, but I hated Borat. Not only it wasn't funny at all, but also gross. Next we have from Truth Hope Love. Question. Why do you think animation is perceived as just for kids, and is there be a way to end this mindset? Not sure where this mindset came from. It's weird when you remember older cartoons that were for adults like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes. So why all of a sudden they decided it's for kids? I don't know, maybe Disney? Question 2. Have you ever experienced anything that can be called the discrimination, or have not experienced any such instances? Oof. This is a bit touchy. Well, you see, I won't be calling this discrimination, but I was bullied a lot for reasons like religion and my mental conditions and appearance, but it's mostly limited to school. Outside school, it was pretty normal. Next we have from MCU Show. It was my birthday the 25th, so birthday shout out? Happy birthday. The question I have for you is, what is your favorite death in Jurassic Park of a human and dino? Favorite human death? Dodgson's death from the Lost World book. Favorite dino death? The Apatosaurs from Jurassic World. Second question. Want to ask this question but almost forgot, but who is your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy? Mine is Star-Lord. Well, in the first Guardian movie, it was Groot. Then it became Rocket Raccoon. Next we have from Scott Castlewood. Question 1. Which Jurassic Park toys do you like the best? Fallen Kingdom Legacy Extreme Champion T-Rex. Question 2. Which Jurassic Park games is your favorite? It's a toss between The Lost World for the PlayStation 1 and The Lost World arcade game, followed by Warpath Jurassic Park. Next from Abdulaziz Rex. Question 1. What are your top 10 favorite dinosaurs? Well, I already said the Velociraptor is my most favorite, so that leaves the other 9. These are the dinosaurs I love in general and not necessarily based on Jurassic Park. At number 10, the Parasaurolophus. Number 9, Pachycephalosaurus. Number 8, Stegosaurus. Number 7, Allosaurus. Number 6, Dilophosaurus. Number 5, Spinosaurus. Number 4, Apatosaurus. Number 3, Triceratops. And number 2, the T-Rex. Question 2. How many pets have you had in your lifetime? Too many to count. A lot of birds, fish, tortoises, and guinea pigs. And lastly, from Blake G92. Question 1. Where do you obtain your toys? Toy stores, obviously. Question 2. What's your favorite part of the recording process of your videos? When it's done? No, actually, the writing process is my favorite. I love to do my research. And that's it. That's all the questions I received. I'd like to thank you again, and I hope all my answers were satisfying and you got to learn more about me. You know what? I think it's time to make a little change to reflect the new year. Well, speechless, I see. Here's for a new year, and I'll see you next time.